What's going on, y'all? Fresh is here, and I'm back with the next part of my Auburn recruiting series. Last week, we got a commit from a three-star gym receiver. So this week, we only have a few more people on our board. So we're just going to see if anybody commits this week and get the rest of this board committed, hopefully here soon. So let's get straight into it. Okay, got the other four-star receiver that we added late in the cycle to the board. Glad to have him. Glad to have him. Anybody else? Nope. I think we got two people left on our board. I think we got the linebacker and a kicker. So let's go and get into that. Yep, just two people left. So he's 119. Let me organize him right. He might be right here. Yep, right there. Look at me, knowing my class. Just so you can see his stats. 92 speed, 94 jumping, pretty good release, 83 release, 85 spectacular catch, 89 acceleration, which is usually pretty typical for the physical receivers. They usually gain acceleration later in their career, usually around junior year. They start putting points into acceleration in their speed. Good catching traffic and pretty good short route. So I'm either going to convert Looper or Contreras to tight end, and it might be Looper because he's more of a project. Doesn't have his high jumping, and his catching traffic is pretty low. And you need to have some good catching traffic to be a tight end because most of your catches are pretty close to someone else because it's harder for tight ends to gain separation. So I might make Contreras the tight end and make him a project receiver because of that speed that he has. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So just checking on our board. Let's see what we got. All right, Mr. Gooden. I don't think that week 14 visit is going to matter. It's week 12. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not going to matter. He's going to be committed by next week. So we really don't have to change anything here. Yeah, no changes to be made. We're going to have him committed next week. That's wonderful. Next, Mr. Slay. No one else recruiting him. He's in top 3. I can do a soft sale now just to speed up the process. That's why I didn't do a sale last week because that code stability, yeah, it's not even worth it. So you just continue sending the house. Since we got another commit, let's check on the classes. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay, still number 1. Penn State still slowly creeping up. Everybody else on. Okay, my dynasty team. I think there used to be more CPU teams between me and other people in my dynasty, but they're starting to catch up in recruiting finally. Usually, Texas and Ohio State are usually the other big two recruiters in my dynasty league. Everybody else, they just recruit when they want to. Georgia used to not recruit people at all, and now they started recruiting, so that's good. Was in here. Alabama used to only recruit transfers. They never recruited during the season. They only recruited during the transfer portal. But now they're starting to recruit, so that's good. That's good for them. But yeah, usually my competitors are Texas and Ohio State. I think the first year in my dynasty, Texas finished either first or second, and I finished third. It was Texas, Ohio State in front of me, and then I was third. And then last year I was first, Ohio State was second, and I forgot what Texas was. I don't think they were top 5 last year. But again, this year they're trying to make the top 5 push again. I mean, it is Texas; they can easily get a top 5 class every year just because of the area that they're in. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Board's getting small. I already scouted pretty much every other person I could, really. I don't really need any more prospects. I can check the team needs once again. Got a quarterback. I'm good. Bringing in 2 running backs, losing 1, so I have 5 next year. I'm good at running back. I'm good at fullback, receiver. Like I said in a previous video, I possibly have 3 receivers leaving if Perry Thompson and Cam Coleman leave. So that means I'll have 8 receivers at the very least, but at the most I'll have 10. And if I don't convert that tight end, I'll have 11 at the most and 9 at the least if Perry Thompson and Coleman stay, which is definitely possible because they're not 90 overall. Usually if they're 90 overall and higher, they usually leave for the draft. If they're still in the 80s, most of the time they most likely stay. Most of the time it doesn't even get to the players leaving part. They're not even included in that because they're just automatically like, yeah, I'm gonna stay anyway. So good on wide receiver. I'll definitely be good on tight end when I convert someone. Left tackle, I'm good. I'll have 4 next year. Guard, I'm good because I recruited 2 right guards, so I'll move one of them to the left. I didn't need 2 centers, but I got 2 centers because I may make one of them a guard and just keep the other 2 guys at guard until I figure out where I want to move them. But I'll see what position they'll be better. If they'll be better at a position than center, I'll move them over. They'll probably make good guards because they got the agile archetype. Let's see. 2 of my right guards will be leaving, which means I have 1, 4, 5 left. So yeah, I'll definitely probably still move one of them to left guard on top of moving one of them from center. What I may do, I may just play it out. I may just go a year or 2 and see who's the highest overall at center and leave him at center, and then I'll move the other guy somewhere else once I know. Because Kaiser is my center of the future. He's going to be really good. He has elite dev. Found him late in the cycle last year. He's going to be really good. He's probably going to be my starting center next year because I don't think Joyner's going to jump up that much. So he's probably going to be my starting center if he jumps up a good bit. If he doesn't, I'll probably move someone else to center, and then he'll start the year after that. And then once he's the starter, I'll be trying to figure out which one of those two will back him up, and so on and so forth. I already did right guard, right tackle. Yeah, I'll literally have 5 right tackles next year, along with 4 left tackles. So I may need to slow down on the O-line recruiting because I don't really need this many offensive linemen, especially I don't need 5 right tackles. But hey, I'll probably get some of these people off my team next year. Let's see, left end, I have 3 next year, which is perfect. Right end, I have 4, perfect. Defensive tackle, I have 5 again next year. That's good. Left outside linebacker, I'll have possibly only one because Phillips and Barber could both go to the draft. But like I said earlier, usually if they're not above 90 overall, they don't go to the draft. But there's more time in the season. They could go up overall during the season, especially since we're gonna make the playoffs. They have extra games to play and more XP to gain. So we'll see. Middle linebacker, I'm definitely getting middle linebacker. Look at all those middle linebackers. I know Riddick's not leaving, so I have 8 middle linebackers. I'm moving at least 2 of those guys to another position. I'm not sure which one yet. I'll see. But 2 of those guys are gonna move. One is gonna move to safety, and I'm gonna move another one to outside linebacker. So we'll see. So that means I'll have 6 middle linebackers. I don't need 6 middle linebackers. So I'm gonna be moving a lot of these linebackers, which is why I got them to the outside linebacker positions. Like I've said before, I recruit middle linebackers and I move them to whatever position I need them to be, whether it's safety, free safety, cornerback, outside linebacker, sometimes defensive end. So let's see how many right outside linebackers we'll have next year. I'll have 5. And I'm probably going to play both of those guys, Gooden and Bubenmeyer. They're going to be my rush defensive ends because I usually don't play power rushers as stand-up linebackers. I usually put them on at defensive end because I don't run a 3-4 defense. I run 4-3. I don't like stand-up edge rushers. It's not something I do. Corner, I have 3 leaving, so that means I have like 7 corners next year. That's good. 3 free safeties. And so what I may do with these linebackers is I have so many. One of them is going to go to strong safety. One is going to go to free safety, which might be Deal because he's already passed coverage. And then one will go to outside linebacker just to clear that linebacker room out. But since Deal probably will be the best out of the bunch as far as a traditional linebacker pass coverage, I'll probably leave him at linebacker and move one of these run stoppers, either Mays or Pena, to outside linebacker, and then I'll move Funches to strong safety and Toggle to free safety. But we'll see what their overall what all their ratings are, who has the best zone coverage, stuff like that later once I get them on campus. But yeah, that's really pretty much it. I'll be playing my next user game against Texas. Um, I tried to contact him. He hasn't answered yet, so we'll probably play it sometime soon. Hopefully, I can keep this winning streak up. I'm on a 9-game winning streak, so it should be a good game. Playing him on the road as well, so we'll see how that goes. So if you want to catch the replay, my Twitch linked in the description below, and it's also linked on my channel. Give me a like, give me a comment if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Appreciate you watching.